So, the group exercise at an assessment centre is something we're asked many questions about. And I want to give you a few tips today with how you can succeed in your group exercise. The first thing I want to say is if you're at an assessment centre, it is highly likely that everybody there can be offered a job role. Every single person. And this comes down to the cost of an assessment centre. It costs between £1,000 and £3,000 per candidate. So companies and organisations that are profit driven or driven by budgetary constraints want to run these processes as efficiently as possible. So coming to the group exercise, and with this in mind, what I want you to think is those people in the group exercise are your friends. They are potentially your future work colleagues. And this group exercise and the group exercises that you face are designed to see how you cope within those working environments as well. And these are a few tips that you can use. The first thing that I would say is you need to work out what your Myers-Briggs personality profiling type is. And what Myers-Briggs essentially shows you is your personality strengths and weaknesses, but not just your strengths and weaknesses, but also what the strengths and weaknesses are of other people. And this allows you to gain a much greater understanding of how you interact with other people. So, let me give you an example. One aspect of the Myers-Briggs personality profile test is whether you are introverted or whether you are extroverted. Now, I'm quite an extroverted person, okay? My job is to go around talking to people, running a company, running an organization, and delivering presentations. And when I'm talking as an extroverted person, I think I'm doing a fantastic job. And in a group exercise, that can come across as partly too domineering. So having a self-awareness about that in a group exercise, having self-awareness is key. Also, having awareness of other people. Me as an extrovert, my role needs to be that I need to bring introverted people into the conversation and into the group exercise. Because whilst I am talking, introverted people are sitting there and they're not paying attention. They're sitting, looking and observing. And it's your role in that assessment centre to bring those people into the conversation, regardless of what the exercise is. The second way that you can improve is through the language that you use, and utilise as part of the assessment centre. And I'll give you 3 types of different language you can use. We have auditory, visual, and kinesthetic people. So you've got auditory, visual, kinesthetic. Auditory people perceive and sense, communication through hearing. And what you can say with that is you can alter your language during the group exercise to say, how does that sound to you? How does that sound to you? For kinesthetic people, so by feel, you can say, how do you feel about that? How does that sit with you? How do you feel about that? And then for visual people, you can say, how do you see that? How do you see that? Now, it's unlikely you're going to be able to pick up on the different acuities, the differences between people in that assessment centre. But if you use a variation of language, that will significantly help. And with the assessment centre, as with all aspects of the graduate scheme application process, you are largely being graduate scheme or internship process. You are largely being compared against a baseline, not against one another. So that I'd like to finally reiterate that those people in the group exercise with you are your friends, your future work colleagues, and it's designed to see how you interact with them.